Hello, settlers. It's your new Governor Rever here, and we are going to try to build a massive city on our little island here. We're in our islands. We're in the new Anno game, 1800, and we are going to start out in sandbox mode with normal, so we have a fair amount of money. And I have a map. Let me jump over to it. And there we go. So now what we want to do is try to build this city. Seems a bit daunting considering my knowledge level at this moment, but I think we can do it. This will give us something to shoot for. I'm not even sure if it'll fit on our island exactly. So anyway, this this JPEG is available on the Anno 1800 wiki. It was made by someone named Cartographer, and it's the city layout number 3. I'll put a link down in the description, and you guys can pick it up if you want. I'm going to have it open on my other computer while we record. So let's, without further ado, jump in back to the game, and we'll get the map open, and we'll see if we can't fit this thing in our little area here. All right, here we are back on the map. And I think as long as we don't actually place any buildings, we could place them in this blueprint mode. So if you come down here, you can see blueprint mode on or off, and you can click either button. I noticed, just it toggles back and forth. So we want blueprint mode on. So that means we're not actually going to place any of these buildings. So like I said, I'll have this layout design, I guess you could call it a map, right next to me. Now I think what I'd like to do is count the number of houses, because it'll be probably a little easier than doing the road. So I don't know if this is going to fit in here at all. We could try to start in what we think is the middle. Can I zoom out anymore? No, that's it. Or we can start where we think on a corner. Now, I guess there's no real measuring tool, is there? All right, so let's do this. Let's just start with a house where we could get a road next to it. And we'll start down this way. Oop. Okay, so it's not liking us building right on the thing. Let's zoom back in a little bit. All right, so if we look at our drawing or layout plan, we have a block of houses, and I'm assuming they're going to be 2 wide and 6 tall. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be like our first city block, and then skip a space, and then this is going to be like 4 this way, and I just missed. Do I demolish? Is that how I get rid of that? Yep, looks that way. All right, so let's go back to house mode. Start back over here, I guess. Maybe I'll have more luck. All right, there we go. Yeah, so our money or nothing's going down, so we should be in good shape. All right, so that looks pretty good. And then our next set is going to be identical. Another set of 4x2, I guess we could call it. And then we have a set that's going to be 5x2. Actually, 2 sets in a row, 5x2. 3, 4, 5. I did it again. I know I got rid of my demolish key because I went back to WASD. They had the arrow keys, which just don't work for me if I'm right-handed. So, all right, so that was what, 1 set? Yeah, that was 1 set. I'm not going to sit here and torture you guys through this entire thing, but let's just see if we can get it laid out and fitting. So the next is basically the same thing as what's on this side. So it's sort of like they have a mirror image, which makes sense. So this is going to be 4. I missed again. Gotta be careful, apparently. By 2, and then another set. This is not looking like it's all going to fit, is it? No, because we need another row there. But let's see what we can fit in here. Now, I'm not sure if it's good to build. I don't know if I can get a road around there, but see, this would not be, you know, it's all in line, so it would be like there would be one like right here. So we want to go up to like there and then over to here.
Game saved.
See, and I don't think I can get a road in on that one, but that's okay. So this would have been, this one over here is 6 tall, so this is the 4th, if that makes sense. Yeah, see, I can't get a road to those houses, so let's just get rid of them. And then roads can go to that house, so that's okay. All right, so now let's just go up one side or the other. Let's go up this side because we'll see if it hits this clay pit or not, right? And then after that, I'll start recording, but we'll fast forward it, and that way you guys don't have to watch every second of this drama. All right, so the next one is going to be 2, starting here, is going to be 2 wide, and then it's going to be 8 tall. Let's zoom back in a little bit. So that's 1, 2. Yeah, I think the problem with the snapping is it when you have something blocking you, it kind of takes you to see, like I'm down here, but it's assuming the next space. But when you go to move over a row, it doesn't block you in the same way. So that this one's going to be the same as the bottom, where it's 2 by 6. So that's 2. 5, 6. So it looks like we're going to hit our clay pit there, at least a little bit, but I think that's just going to be the best we can do, right? So we'll just have to, just so like we worked it around it here. All right, so let me put a slight pause in the video, and then I'm just going to lay out a lot more of these houses and maybe even put in some of the buildings that I can, but I don't think we can put most of them in because we don't have access to them yet. So, okay, here we go. Fast forwarding. ghost image houses have been placed. And looking at our city plan here, there's a couple other buildings that we're going to want to put down. The plan has what I figured out are New World buildings, symbols. But if you go to the wiki, you can look up the different building types and see that there's two different ones that we can place at all now, and they would be the small warehouse and the marketplace. So, not in any particular order, we're going to want to put our marketplace like here. I'm sorry, small warehouse here. Now on the diagram, it's a little bit different. This building's completely square, but on the diagram it shows it as being slightly rectangular. So I'm not sure if that's an issue with the New World versus Old World, but let's go ahead and just put both of these down close to where it says they belong, even though the shape's not the same. And then we also want to get 2 marketplaces. Now these, we got it rotated the right way. You know, according to the diagram, those warehouses are the same size as this. Now we're in build mode, which I didn't necessarily want to be. So well, you know what? We need to build the marketplace. We'll build that. And then let's get out of build mode. Nobody will be able to reach your marketplace until I build a road. Well, let's build a bunch of roads. So we'll build roads across there. Well, why don't we build it all the way around some of these houses. So that way we can get farmers in, which I know is, I don't know why they call them farmers. It's kind of weird. I guess they didn't want to call them peasants or something. Maybe they're, I don't know. But it's sort of degrading to farmers, isn't it? That you're the lowest. I mean, you're the lowest form of person in the thing. All right. Anyway, so one other thing. Okay, so we're going to attract farmers. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, what we can, no, we don't want to do that. What you can do is you can either click on this and hit upgrade. And that'll spend a little of our
milestone
thing. Now, I want to be careful with our wood until we get the lumber mill going. All right, that's good. Now, so see, we click on this upgrade button here, and we can just like select a house and upgrade. So that should be enough to get 10 farmers in, right? Each one of these.
Don't mind a bit foraging.
Each one of these holds 10, so we should get 20. All right, well, while we're waiting for them to show up, let's see about getting a lumber mill. So first we need the lumberjack's hut. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think we could keep it close. I want to keep it off to the side maybe, where we could have a more open area to put like other kind of farms and stuff. You know, over here is probably okay, but we're kind of boxed in with the cliff wall there. So why don't we go for something where there's a lot of trees here anyway, so. And I'd like to just, yeah, it says 100%. Now, I don't know, does it take away if you put a road there? Let's see. So we're going to want a road coming in, right? So like if we did like that, just as an experiment, and then we come back to here. Yeah, see, I think that takes away from our, I don't want to be right next to the town. I want them to be 100% with the road in place. Oh, because why is that going back down? You would think it would go up if we were over here. Oh, because maybe we're more. And now the road's in a bad spot. Let's get rid of that road. Oop, did I miss the button? Oh, so we get money back. Alright, so now let's go back to here. Zoom in a bit so you guys can see. Yeah, I mean, this is all 100%. Now, is there a way we can tell? Let's go ahead and build that because we know we want it built, right? Now, is there a way we can tell the percentage? Okay, you're producing even though you don't have any connections, and so let's hurry up and get, see, outside of your zone there, but not blocking like a road around town. Put this. So I guess we should keep this road as short as possible. Right on into you. And then right on over to here. Now I know another thing that we definitely need to support this. So if we hover on this
Peddlers say
guy,
there's
see how we
nowhere
have the
to take
green for the road? Like, you need to have a warehouse where this stuff can go into. So let's see how far the zone is. Like, does this count as the warehouse for this guy? Or, well, here, we can build this guy too, because we'll definitely need him. So see if we click, it only goes to here. Now, I guess it doesn't really matter as long as it gets to here, right? But then, see, this guy doesn't reach that warehouse either. So we're going to need to get another warehouse. So, you know what, we're going to have more stuff out this way eventually. And we might have another, why don't we plan on another one of these guys. And we'll get him like as close to that guy. Why don't we go up one more, and then that way the road can come like straight out into him, if that makes sense. So then we'll come like right. Oops, not like that. No. All right, so now, yeah, we can, even though this guy's not built, we can see his area of influence. So we'll plan on another sawmill. We can't see, like right here, this tree, and then right there. Okay, so that means we'll put a small warehouse. Look at that, almost perfect. And this we would definitely, what do we have here? So that's a right click. Oh, okay. I don't understand what that means. Like, what, do we turn it into a marketplace or turn it in? Okay. Well, anyway, let's just upgrade it because we want it to be oh. Oh, okay. That's just like a quick. That has nothing to do with clicking on that. That's just like a quick tool. Oh, that's pretty cool. So we can copy things and we can relocate things. And okay, so that's just a quick tool. Don't hit escape off of it though. All right, there we go. So now we have a warehouse. Now, one of the things I've noticed when I was doing the campaign that I didn't particularly like overly much was that, you know, I think it's kind of bogus that all of these are like linked together. As soon as something goes into this one, it's like it's in this one as well. And then the other thing is that you don't get any added quantity. Like, does it say here? Yeah, see, like 19 out of 75. Like, it just doesn't matter how many we have. Like, I don't know if it would count it this way anyhow, but might as well.
Game
It's
saved.
a big deal to build a road over here anyway. Like, now that this one's connected to the works, like we don't get any more capability of storing things, which is a bit, you know. All right, now where are you guys? Oh, we don't have enough people.
Farm hands.
Well, why do we only have 2? Oh, we're minus 5 people. Okay, so we need to build more houses. Or not build more houses, upgrade more houses. So now that we have our lumber mill situated, these houses aren't that expensive. Why don't we just go and get blocks
Rare for
worth?
promises to be kept. Thank you.
I'm assuming needing more people will be a thing, right? Content farmer. Okay. Now you didn't get... Okay. We seem to only get 5 people here. So I'm wondering... look at this.
Our settlement is rather small. You will
Okay.
have to attract more farmers if you want to make progress.
News. Oh, okay. So you can get them news. So this is all things that we don't necessarily have right now, right? Working conditions. Yeah, we don't. Well, pub. We can probably get a
This is
pub.
the way
Because
the
I know that
farmers
from the
ride,
campaign, that
hobbledy-hoy,
schnapps in a
hobbledy-hoy.
pub
This is the
come...
way the farmers ride, hobbledy
What are
hobbledy
you
hoy.
doing?
Hey!
Crazy woman. Go away. All right, so now let's just check something with the crazy woman again. Now, does another person live here? No, it's just always the crazy woman. You know, crazy woman lives in all the houses. See, as we get more people, we're not getting any more than 5 here. So that means if we're going to do some mathematics, we have 8 houses, right? But we're going to need more than that because 8 times 5 is only 40. So let's go ahead and upgrade tool. We don't have a whole lot of wood. I want to save it in case we need it for something else. So that would give us 50. So let's just get a few extra. I don't want too many extra people because I'm assuming we have to feed them and we can't. We still have fish locked. But when we get to 50, I think we're going to unlock the fish. And didn't I change the name of this? To Revers Haven. With a capital H, just because we're proper like that. No, not Pinkport. Revers Haven. Enter. There we go. Okay, so you have to enter if you go to change the name. Oh, and we're almost there with the workers. So I guess if you want to see your workers without the quest thing open, you come up here. There you go. It probably will tell us, well, farmers, but I guess whatever other kind of workers we have in the future, it'll tell us that too. All right, let's tell. By the way, this game is really, it is nice graphically. I mean, they certainly put a lot of work into the details in these houses and.
You restore a grain of my trust in humanity, eldest.
Grain of your trust in humanity. Well, I feel better
The
for
farmers are hungry. You'll have to supply
Yep,
them
there
with
we
the
go. Build a
necessary,
fishery.
starting with fish.
Roll up silage. My basket is flowing up.
Okay, now I'm not sure. Do you need to build it where the fish are? Like there's a certain logic to that, right? I mean, do the fish even stay in the same place? Like those fish are kind of going in a different direction. I don't know. Let's build it right here. And then I think there was fish there, at least at one point. Now there's not, but, well, we'll see. It'll be another grand experiment. And so let's just build the shortest road possible. And we're still in blueprint mode, so let's actually...
I'm not going to say I didn't think it possible.
Yeah, so his percentage is at least going up. And I think what that'll do, from having clicked on here, is that will, once they get fish, their happiness will go up higher. Because as you provide them each of these things, their happiness goes up. Okay, so what do we got? Notices flashing over here. Game saved. But that's...
Our settlement is rather small. You will have to attract more farmers if you want to make progress.
I want to make progress. But I think I want to make progress in the next episode. I did want to share with you guys one thing that was a little bit frustrating for me. When I make these videos a lot of times, each time I pause, a lot of times I'll save it in case something goes wrong, like with whatever. I forget to unmute the mic. Then I can go back and just sort of re-record that part and not have to, replay the whole game. Yeah, and who knows what can go wrong. I mean, the mailman can come pounding on the door screaming at me or something. Or whatever else. The phone rings and, just completely blows my train of thought. But if you come in here to escape and you hit load, oh, you know what? I don't want to mess with this too much, but like I thought that this was just, oh crap, it's just always over saving the one save. No, come down here to save games. And then you get all, like, see, here's all the different locally saved since we're doing it. Here's one that I actually end one, whatever, like my little naming convention so I know where I'm at. Anyway, I want to make sure I don't save. As a matter of fact, I could save it. End 1A. Just because I know I had one named End 1. And by the way, I had it muted. I muted it for when I was doing the fast forward thing, and so this is actually you're watching the second time that I actually recorded this. So I had a little bit of foreknowledge that I was going to put this over here, but nothing that I didn't figure out the first time when the microphone was muted. And then I went back and I was like, oh, wait a minute, where's my after houses save? Because I had put all this in and then I had broken the clip up so I can fast forward that. Anyway, YouTube problems that you guys don't need to know about. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and we'll come back to learn more. And now we have a goal for a massive town, and we'll see how well we can do in growing this town into a metropolis, a beautiful golden metropolis. Anyway, let's see how it goes. Thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you again in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.